Hey guys, welcome back to Susan's Sunday Spotlight. This is week number 7, and this week I have for you a fun game that you can just play as is, or I'm going to show you a couple ways to make it more academic. So this game is super simple to learn. It's a very popular game, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called left, right, center. Or actually, I think it's left, center, right, but I always say left, right, center, so I don't know. But my 4-year-old Theo is obsessed with this game. My 2-year-old son Calvin also likes to play, even though doesn't go as well because, you know, he's 2. But Theo loves it, and it's a fun family game that we can play. Like I said, I'm going to show you a couple ways to make it a little more academic if you want to put that spin on it. So let's get started with left, right, center. So for this game, I'm actually going to show you a little bit about it and tell you about how I use it first, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and I'll show you quickly how to play in case you've never heard of it. But again, it's a very simple concept that most kids will be able to learn. This right here is what the game looks like. It comes in a little tin. There are 3 dice and around 25 or 26 chips to play with. You can totally make this yourself with counters you have in your classroom and just make the dice yourself. But honestly, this little tin here was like $7 on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link that below. And you could even get 2 of them for $12. And I know I've seen this at Target and Walmart for around $10 too, so you can grab it anywhere. So basically in the game there are 3 dice and they look like this. There's a left, a center, a right, and then there's 3 regular dots. The basic premise is that students will sit in a circle and they will each have some chips in front of them, and they will go ahead and roll these 3 dice and determine where they put the chips. Either they're going to pass some chips left, they're going to pass it right, they're going to put it in the center, or that little dot means that they will keep them. So let me go ahead and flip the camera so I can show you how to play. Inside the tin there are 3 dice, and then there's about 26 or so chips. So every student starts off with 3 chips. 1, 2, 3. Whoever will start will go ahead and roll the 3 dice, and this is going to determine where their chips are going to go. So the first student is going to pass 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then they're going to go ahead and keep 1. So they'll keep 1, pass 1 left, and pass 1 right. Now it's this player over here's turn. Now even though they have 4, they're still only going to get to roll their 3 dice. So they have center, left, and keep 1. So center is in the middle. Once a chip goes in the center, they can no longer touch it. It is out of the game. Once all players have all their chips in the center and one person is left with the chip, they have won the game. So 1 to the center, 1 back to the left, and they'll keep the other 2. You're only ever moving 3 chips, so if you have extra, you always keep them. This person's turn. Keep, center. So now this player only has 2 chips, so they're going to go ahead and only roll 2 dice. Same as if they only had 1. Oh, and both would go in the center. This person's not out of the game. No one is out of the game until there is a winner. Because this person over here, when they roll, they might get a left and pass it to them. Again, this goes on until all the chips are in the center and there's one person left with their own chips, and that person's the winner. So a few ways I like to make this more academic is I will take these little sticky dots, which I'm sure you have a million of in your classroom, and I will go ahead and add some different things to the chips. So for instance, you can add some letters at the beginning of the year, or for your kindergarten students, if they're working on identifying different letters, you can put those on. I went ahead and added some addition or subtraction problems. I like to make them pretty simple because, again, this is a fast-moving game, so you want students to be able to quickly solve the math problem, whether it's addition or subtraction, and then pass the chip. Similar to letter identification, you can also do it for number identification. So students will have to go ahead and say the number before they pass it. When I do this game academically, it's played the exact same way, but every time they pass that chip, whether it's to the left, to the right, or to the center, they have to go ahead and identify or solve whatever is on their chip first. So yeah, it's a pretty simple game that students love to play. They love that there's a winner at the end, they like that it's fast moving, and like I said, you can totally play this just as is, or you can add a little academic spin to it. As always, if you're loving these videos, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell. That will remind you every single week of my brand new video. See you next week. Bye. Hey everyone.